welcome back to the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome for another Bull with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th Best Daily Podcast. Show about everything and nothing. And also, what is your favorite Van Halen song? Nick's is Jump, mine is Panama. And that's why we get together, get along so famously. Yeah. Sin Shotgun is the aforementioned Uncle Nick. Follow him on Twitter at Nickelodeon. Hey, how's it going?
Going great, Andy. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Just going through the Van Halen catalog. It's weird. They had David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, Van Hagar. And then get out of my Van Halen t-shirt. The band's going to break up now.
And what's funny is Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth did tour together for a while, I think in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Now, when is it? I don't want to turn this into the Van Halen show, mainly because I don't care. But, yeah, remember, everyone's middle name is Jerome. It'll help you sleep at night. David Lee Jerome Roth.
That's a long name.
Esquire. Tell a friend, spread the word. Nah, David Lee Roth ain't graduated from law school. Tell a friend, spread the word. iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and at bullshow.co is the website, and facebook.com/bullshow. We need your thumbs. Keep growing on there, hammering out the Facebook, man. But, happy Tuesday, Nick.
Happy to be here, yeah.
Yeah, it's Tuesday today.
It's a Tuesday. Sweet.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's what we're doing. And over the weekend, I decided to sit down, mainly because it was at the top of Netflix, and watch the movie, the film, the classic Blazing Saddles for the first time ever.
I'm so pleased but so horrified that this is the first time that you're watching this great film.
Well, there's so many movies where, and TV shows where I've never seen it, but I get all the cultural, pop culture references. I get all the meme references, etc. And Blazing Saddles is definitely one of them. And now after watching it, I can see how a lot of the things got started. Also, the use of the N-word is very, very aggressive.
Yeah, it was a very, I want to say the word, I don't want to use this phrase so cliche-ish, but yeah, I'll just say it. The film was beyond its time, was ahead of its time.
Beyond its time? That's not a cliche. No one ever says that.
Ahead of its time. Sorry. And Mel Brooks, one of my favorite. Actually, he is my favorite director of all time, making, dozens of movies, or not dozens, dozen movies. Maybe.
Jimmy Kimmel, the Oscars is an hour and a half beyond its time.
I hate you. It's a great comedy classic. Usually on the list of the top 10 greatest comedies of all time, especially for Mel Brooks.
Which is weird because, so the Mel Brooks movie, I've also never seen Young Frankenstein. Actually, I've pretty much never seen any Gene Wilder movies.
Willy Wonka?
No, never seen the whole thing.
All right, Mel Brooks, from 1968 to, I think, 1995, I guess, that was his range of movies. He only made maybe, I think, 8 to 10 movies.
Yep. All right, so he's got his filmography as a director. Producers, The
Great.
12 Chairs, Blazing Saddles,
Yes.
Young Frankenstein,
Yes.
Silent Movie,
I've seen it, yes.
High Anxiety,
It's okay.
History of the World Part 1,
Hilarious.
Spaceballs,
Probably my second favorite of all of his.
Life Stinks,
I've never seen that one.
Robin Hood Men in Tights,
It's funny. It had funny moments.
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
A lot of people hated it. I thought it was pretty funny.
I've never seen Spaceballs.
That's a great...
I do get the references, though. Ludicrous Speed.
the Schwartz.
Because that's the rapper when he takes speed.
I think he was one of the first directors to make these... to almost be like the king of parodies to a point. Obviously, Young Frankenstein is a kind of a tribute to all old horror films.
Mm-hmm.
Blazing Saddles was an ode to westerns. Spaceballs was an ode to all the sci-fi, the Star Wars, the Star Treks. It's very unique comedy. The Producers is by far one of my favorite movies of all time.
You like the remake with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick, right?
Yes. It was
after Matthew Broderick killed a guy.
After he killed someone. Yes, let's never forget that. It was an excellent musical. The Producers, the movie, the original one from, was it 1968?
Mm-hmm.
Was about producing a musical. So then they actually made a musical in 2001 won, and hence like Mel Brooks is one of the few people out there who have that EGOT awards. I think we talked about it during our Oscar show.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, tuberculosis.
Big case of tuberculosis.
The thing about the Grammys is I feel like everyone has like 40 Grammys. Yeah, like how a singer comes out with a really good album, wins like 5 Grammys. Yeah. So I feel like it diminishes it.
I think a lot of people, out of all the award shows, I think the Grammys gets the most crap.
Like Leonardo DiCaprio got 5 Grammys before he finally won an Oscar. It's like, I don't know how I got these.
With a lot of musicians, they contribute in so many weird ways. So, I mean, a lot of them can get producing or writing credit.
Yep.
And there's so many categories. There's like best group, best duo, best singer. I mean, there's a lot of. It's so open-ended, I think, with the Grammys.
Right, so back to best duo. I feel like Gene Wilder's role in this, he's really hyped up. He has a pretty small role in the movie. It was all the main guy.
Yeah, I think his name is Cleveland Little,
who died young, which is unfortunate because he was amazing in this.
Yeah, I believe it's a role that originally was I think offered to Richard Pryor.
Yep.
But I think Richard Pryor turned it down, or like I think the Office or something was like, no, they couldn't afford him or whatnot. And then it could have made a pretty big star for this Cleveland Little. I don't think he's been in too many other things after this one. I mean, obviously, as I said, this is a great, funny film now, but I think back then this was pretty risque film, and you probably cannot make a movie like this again.
Let's hit the trailer.
Torn from the fiery pages of the mightiest annals of the West comes the supreme saga in the great tradition of frontier drama.
Mel Brooks dressed up as the Native American.
Yep.
Schwarzes.
Very Jewish, Mel Brooks. And he did do multiple roles in the film.
Yeah, he played the governor, he played the chief. Blazing Saddles. He's got a Gucci bag. See, that's my favorite thing about these sort of movies, just the small, like, visual gag. There's Cleveland Little.
You know why what happened to him?
Well, my name is
colorectal
Jim,
cancer.
but most people call me
Jim.
Well, do your best.
Harvey Korman. Mel Brooks known to have multiple actors play in multiple films of his.
Oh, Rock Ridge. Rock Ridge. I want that land. Clumsy fool. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. There might be legal precedent. Of course. Land snatching. Sea. Land. Land. Sea snatch.
Madeline Kahn.
Very underrated.
Is that a 10-gallon hat?
So just sign this right here.
Oh, okay, give us a hand here.
All right.
Also, Mel Brooks as a governor with a very buxom gym.
Hello, ladies. I missed you.
The heroic sheriff rallies his citizens in the wildest finish the
Everyone's
West
named
has
Johnson.
ever seen, or the movies have ever shown.
Ow! Oh, ow!
Fuck, totally.
Have you ever seen such cruelty?
Breaking the fourth wall just enough to not be too annoying.
Yeah. And the best part about it is the ending, which it's a 43-year-old movie, so no spoiler alerts. But when they start breaking into like all these various places on the Warner Brothers lot, and they're just completely self-aware of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was amazing.
And then they actually go back to like finally finishing the film and
let's go see the ending.
Yeah, Cleveland Little finally kills Harvey Korman's character. He falls to the ground, and then they both ride off in the sunset, aka ride on horse for like 1 minute, and then jump in the cars and drive away. Very great film. As I said, a lot of people consider this his greatest, Mel Brooks' greatest film of all time. It's great. A lot of one-liners. The infamous farting bean scene.
Yeah. And it was got all the way around, and it was a short movie. It's only like an hour and a half, which I think lends to it being so memorable. Because if this had been a 2-hour movie, maybe it drags out a little bit. And it's probably a generational thing, but I remember growing up watching Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's still my favorite Mel Brooks movie, even though I've only seen 2 of them now.
Funny. It's a great film, and I have the Mel Brooks. I own the Mel Brooks collection. I've seen out of a dozen.
Why did he just stop directing in '95?
I know Dracula Dead Loving It was very much panned by critics.
I can't hear the laughter anymore.
A lot of people did not like it. It could have been around the time his wife passed away, and he kind of just got out of it. And obviously, 2001, he produced The Producers as a musical, and that got such big hype, and it was an excellent musical. I don't know, and he just got out of it. But I mean, he's still doing stuff now. I know you haven't seen Spaceballs, but he did a cartoon series in 2009, 2010, lasted one season that aired in Canada. And he's trying to do. He talked about doing other musicals. I think a Blazing
Samurai, upcoming American computer animated action comedy inspired by Mel Brooks' seminal 1974 Western comedy Blazing Saddles.
But they're cats.
Directed by Chris Bailey. Starring George Takei, Samuel L. Jackson, Michelle Yeoh, Ricky Gervais, Mel Brooks, Michael Cera.
So he's still acting. Because I think he was in the movie the Hotel Transylvania 2. Mm-hmm. He's still working. He's I think 90 years old, or 80 or 90, and still sharp as a tack.
Yeah, I want to know how many times they're going to drop the N-bomb in this kid's movie.
They are definitely not going to do any of that. I'm pretty confident there'll be a lot of adult humor that will fly over kids.
Now, see, I thought this was going to be like a Disney or Pixar movie, but no, it's all Blazing Productions Limited and Mass Animation. So it looks like this is going to be an independent movie.
I'm not expecting it to be like a $1 billion movie, but It could be worth some laughs.
Hank, Michael Cera, a scrappy dreamer of a dog wanting to become a samurai, arrives in a strange land entirely inhabited by cats. Hank, who is a good dog, meets a very bad cat, the nefarious warlord Aikachu, which is Ricky Gervais. Aika hustles and winning Hank into becoming the samurai for the town Kakamuchu, where Hank meets Jimbo, Samuel L. Jackson, a once great samurai who reluctantly takes Hank under his wing and teaches him what being a samurai really means, forging the first real friendship between a cat and a dog. The two set off on a wild and hilarious journey to save the town of Kakamucho from the evil Aikachu, and ultimately Hank learns what it means to become a true samurai. So neat.
It has potential.
I wonder how this ties into Blazing Saddles.
I have no idea. Not sure at all.
But yeah, Cleavon Little was amazing.
Would you call him like a young Richard Pryor, or would you think he could have been like a Eddie Murphy, or like a Shep?
I think he would have been. He's different, but he had so much charisma, so much presence. You could tell that he was a big stage guy, just by how it came out. And yeah, it's just kind of a shame that he died young, or also just following his career throughout the 80s and 90s before his death. I'm never really caught up to the same level as Blazing Saddles, but yeah, no, I think he was really good. He just leapt off the screen.
Yeah, it's a great film. I'm glad you seen it.
Yeah, but with the use of the N-word and the racial jokes, I think the world is too PC nowadays to ever let that happen. Like right now, like if you tried to pitch Blazing Saddles in a production meeting nowadays, they would shoot you.
I would think there'd be some independent film thing, and it could be made, but it'd be rated NC-17 or rated X or something, and it wouldn't. It wouldn't get any. It wouldn't have any financial backing to it.
No, but like even like the over the top jokes of the townspeople when the black sheriff shows up, those would never like see the light of day in a script reading, because like those, the writers and the actors and actresses saying those lines, they'd be like, oh, I can't say that line. That would be suicide on social media.
That's why I would think it would be independent, and like there'd be a bunch of like just amateur people, I think, doing it.
Yeah.
People who don't have like careers to worry about.
Which is kind of weird, because I want to play some clips from the movie, except I can't. Because
yeah, I can't.
Well, you know, we can drop the F-bomb on here. I don't feel comfortable with the N-bomb. And plus, I also didn't feel comfortable doing work and bleeping and editing stuff. Yeah.
I understand, but just remember, Mel Brooks did it. Mel Brooks did.
I don't know why Robin Hood Men in Tights got panned. It's only got 48 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that was a great movie.
I thought it was a great movie, too, but...
Carrie Elways, Dave Chappelle. Dave friggin' Chappelle.
What was his character's name? Like
Achu.
Achu.
Because in Robin Hood, it was like Aziz or something like that. And sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And also the chick from Wings.
Which chick from Wings?
Amy Yazbek.
Oh, yeah.
The redhead.
I think she was also in Men in Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Oh, no, that's that. She was married to John Ritter.
Yes, John Ritter's wife.
Does Mel Brooks have a thing for redheads?
I don't think Anne Bancroft was a redhead. I'm looking. She was a brunette, it looks like. Talk about a relationship. They were married from 1964 to her death in 2005. Insane. You might know her. They both have a son, Max Brooks. He was popular for making that World War Z zombie book.
That movie sucked.
Well, he made the book, which was very popular,
yeah.
And then let's just take the title and put it on a movie, and then we'll just go from there and put Brad Pitt in it.
You know, someone brought this up. I can't remember who, but there's a theory that Brad Pitt is such a bad actor that directors will intentionally have him be eating something or chewing like gum. And if you think back, there's a lot of scenes in movies where Brad Pitt is eating. Ocean's 11, he's eating all the time. Moneyball, he's constantly chewing gum. There's a lot of scenes in Fury where he's like eating something.
Interview with the Vampire, he was fine. He was a vampire, so.
Was he eating in Fight Club?
He was hardly in Fight. I mean, really. I mean, he was very the ghost figure. I don't think he was eating though.
Here's a couple movies that are considered great that I have not seen, and I want to get your reaction on these. So, Star Wars.
Which one?
All of them. Except I did see the first one, which is Episode 4, technically. I did watch the whole one of that, and I was unimpressed.
There's a dead silence because I just had a stroke for a second here. Wow. As a sci-fi nerd, I'm horrified, but I understand.
How did they make more of these? How did they get funding?
They got funding. They got mad money.
I haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings. Mainly because I don't have 12 hours to dedicate.
That's understandable. As I said, you and me, I think I have the stigma of being the nerdy one of our group, so completely understand.
Did you read the books?
No.
I have not read the books either.
I can't read.
Although, didn't the Return of the King win Best Picture?
Yes, it did. I think more because...
Which is odd. That usually doesn't happen.
I feel like they just want to give it to him because it was so epically...
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, and I feel like that was... Yeah, that was a fun action film, but...
Taxi Driver. Talking to me?
Oh, his film, yeah. I've seen it a long time ago. Yeah, it's considered a great classic movie. I thought it was okay.
I'm considering watching it only for Jodie Foster.
No.
Too far. And then I'm going to go shoot John Lennon. Wait, no. Who'd the guy go shoot after Jodie Foster? Reagan?
Yeah, I think it was Reagan.
Wow. Damn. Citizen Kane.
I actually have not seen it either.
I heard it's boring as shit.
In its entirety, yeah.
Rosebud.
Very slow.
Rosebud.
I feel like the movie has a term epic. Just 'cause it's a long storytelling movie, about the life of Citizen Kane.
I've also never seen Pulp Fiction.
You are one pathetic loser.
That you should see. That hands down.
I've seen the important scenes, like when him and what's his face.
Him and what's his
like Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson. Like I've seen those clips.
Okay, when
and also the Gimp and Ving Rhames not having a great day.
To be fair, that those were the two main parts of the movie. Was
also Bruce Willis in that movie?
Yeah, he plays I don't want to say an important part, but the problem with Quentin Tarantino films is there's so many good characters in it, and there's so many crossing storylines, specifically in this movie, where he has an important part in the movie, but he doesn't, because John Travolta has a very important part. Uma Thurman, their situation, Samuel L. Jackson's role in it, and obviously Vin Rhames and them being captured by the sadistic cop. There's so many different things going on that there's no really one starring character that you have to follow the entire time. Nothing like a lot of other movies.
Jaws.
You never seen Jaws?
No.
I think I've only seen the beginning and the end. I don't think I've seen the middle of it.
But I do get the main points. It's like he's got dead eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Interesting. Okay.
Raging Bull.
I have not seen that one. That's supposed to almost be like one of the best boxing films of all time if you take Rocky out of it.
Best boxing films of all time. I've seen the one that has De Niro and Stallone in it.
Oh, they fight each other?
Yeah.
As, like old people?
And like Kevin Hart's in it and Alan Arkin. God, what's that movie called? I actually like that movie. I'm sure it got just completely eviscerated at the box, by critics. De Niro, Stallone.
I want to say it's something.
Grudge Match.
Grudge Match.
I didn't mind it. I'm not even gonna lie.
I have not seen that one.
It's let's see, what do they get for Rotten Tomatoes? They got a 29 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, and it's funny. The entire time Stallone's like, they're like trying to downplay that. Hey, this is not Rocky Balboa. He is not Rocky Balboa. This is not Rocky Balboa. That's all. This is Razor. This is Henry Razor Sharp. And this is Robert De Niro. This is definitely not Raging Bull. This is Billy the Kid McDonough.
But it is.
Yeah. And Alan Arkin in there for fun. It's amazing.
He needs work.
Yeah. Let's see here. Wizard of Oz.
That's interesting to not see that movie. It's a classic. It's enjoyable. It's one of those, like, see it once, then you don't need to see it again, I think.
Willy Wonka. Or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You haven't seen either of them?
There's two?
There's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and then there's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was the second one was the remake with Johnny Depp, and then the first one was the one I'm talking. The Willy
I haven't
Wonka.
seen either of them.
Okay, see the first one. Willy Wonka, that's the Gene Wilder one.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have to watch it, but I get all the references.
If anything, to what
You'll come in, burn your skin.
It's a very interesting movie where most of my life I haven't seen it all the way through, and it's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life, where you don't really need to see the beginning part of it. Just understand that like there's a whole ending to it that means more than the rest of the film.
Oh, Mary, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a big drafty house, right? And we're going to fill it with a bunch of kids. And we're going to name one of them Zazu for some reason. And she's totally not going to grow up to be a stripper. And I'm going to get a DUI and run right into a tree. But it's okay because everybody loves me, even though I'm going to jail for embezzlement. Mer. A Clockwork Orange.
Oh man, that was a trippy movie.
That was a little much. Like I haven't seen the entire Clockwork Orange, but I've seen the entire movie Caligula.
I remember that. That was
which is in a similar vein. Like nothing will bring into question your sexuality more than watching Caligula with like 5 dudes in college, like on an old couch.
An old couch. God.
And then last one, Gone with the Wind.
I have not seen that one either.
Is that movie like 3 hours long?
Yeah, it's a pretty long one. I think your list of movies that you haven't seen are, I think it a lot of times be categorized as the movies you just need to see once and then never see again type of thing.
Mm.
But like me, you understand a lot of the pop culture references. You get a lot of the things, and I think that's the most important part.
I'm going to try and start like how they did the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Yeah.
I'm going to start the 9 hours of sleep challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you know how most studies show that you're supposed to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
I feel like if you budget for 9, then you actually will get that 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, because if I try to do 7 or 8, end up only getting like 6 or something.
Because I actually wonder how our society would be if everyone got the proper amount of sleep. And now we always come across these people like The Rock, like The Rock who claims that he sleeps 3 hours a night, which I don't believe. Yeah, and like we have friends, like we know people that also can function on 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. Like Arif, I'm pretty sure does not sleep. And Zach Bennett doesn't sleep either, producer of the Andy Luke Football Machine. And I don't know how they function because honestly, if I don't get at least 6, I'm kind of like wreck shit. And even at 6, I'm still kind of like, fine. I'm a person who does need like the full 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep. And I don't know, like I wonder how things would change. Like if everyone out there got the right amount of sleep, like would there be less road rage? Probably. Would people be more polite? Probably. Would be more productive? Absolutely.
It sucks because we live in a time where everyone has busy schedules. There are a lot of people who work long 8-10 hour days, and
is everyone really busy, or does everyone have to play Battlefield 1 or binge the latest thing on Netflix when they get home for like 5 hours?
Sometimes I think they do. For some people, yes, I think they do.
Nick, how long did you stay up the last time that you played video games?
The last my hardcore session, maybe 3 a.m. 3:30, I think.
I don't believe you.
Because I think I went home at 4.
Lies.
I don't lie.
Except it's very common, and it's almost become a meme where people, just stay up all night and don't sleep because they're binge watching something on Netflix.
That's.
Or how often have you been lying in bed where like, all right, I should probably get some sleep, and then 2 hours later you're like still diddling on your phone, just like on Facebook or like some random website or watching YouTube videos?
For me, that's my bad habit is YouTube videos. You start at one thing looking up something, whatever viral that's comedy trending, and then you see like other recommendations, and you kind of, like a spider web, just kind of like you like go to this one, then this one.
When you have autoplay, they can just put up and then just like it goes through.
Hey, Daddy, I want an Oompa Loompa. I want you to get me an Oompa Loompa right away.
All right, Ruka, all right. I'll get you one before the day's out.
I want an Oompa Loompa now.
So Veruca Salt was kind of a C word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got her end, so.
Yeah, but all right. So how'd she die?
Vuka, if I remember from, she fell down the egg Decatur elevator thing. It was something that checks there was a scene where they had gooses that laid golden eggs, and she wanted a goose, so she did some stupid song about how she wanted, like she wants everything she wants it now, and she jumps on the this balance thing that if she was considered a bad egg, you would fall in the garbage chute. So she fell in the garbage chute, and And then like the
should
choke.
have laid off the candy, fatty.
And then Willy Wonka joked about how he's like, well, if she's lucky, she just landed in a garbage chute and will be stuck there. But hopefully they didn't turn the incinerators on the stay. I think they only turn them on odd days or even days. I don't remember. So then the dad's like, what? And then he jumps in the chute with him, and then you don't see either of them again.
Good. I feel like that's what should happen.
Bitches be bitches.
Yeah. But anyways, back to sleep. Yeah, except so can't do the ice bucket. I think we should just be like, oh, no, it has to be a full 9-hour video of you sleeping. Like, hi, I'm Andy Carlson, and I challenge you, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, to the 9-hour sleep challenge. And then a video of me sleeping for 9 hours. But really what it is me doodling on my phone for an hour and a half, then getting 7.5 hours of sleep. That's what it is.
That's what a lot of people do, and I'm sure there's going to be studies someday saying about how bad this is making us all out to be.
Yeah. And speaking of bad, something that's very, very good is Blue Door Fridays, fish fry. You know, the old school. That's what we're doing. During Lent, oh my God, $12 all you can eat cod, fish, and $14 pictures of B-side pilsners. Get both. Entered in a drawing and can win a 2-night stay. Chase on the lake in Walker, Minnesota. Maybe it's J.J. Walker. Dynamite. Damn. Fish at Longfellow and University on Como. And all 3 Twin Cities locations. It's St. Paul would be too small to do it. Yeah. So stop at the other 2. TheBDP.com. All right, we're right back with more Boo with Andy Carlson. Come back into the Blue Door Pub Thunderdome, baby. Talking a little sleep today. Starting up the 9-hour sleep challenge. And that's what we're doing. And Nick, what's the least amount of sleep that you've ever gone into work on? Like, have you ever pulled the all-nighter and then gone into work?
No, I've done 4 hours, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I bet you the average person has probably gone into work on like less than 1 hour of sleep before.
It depends on what they do, I think.
And I'm not talking about, you know, maybe they had illness or there's an emergency at work where they had to come in, something like that. No, just something random, like they couldn't sleep. Then they just go in on like a Tuesday.
I can kind of see that. Usually, I think a lot of people there's something traumatic that happened, maybe, or like something like horrible at
like
work.
Red Wedding on Game of Thrones, and then they just couldn't sleep. They go into work on Monday. Did you see? Everybody's dead. It's supposed to be a wedding. It's supposed to be fun. It's ruined. See, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I get the references, which is fantastic.
which is great, and I'm happy you do that. But it's, I don't know. Sleep is very. For people who get sick a lot, I think sleep is the best medicine, and like if you can. You know, if that's the only good, healthy thing that you have to hold on to, get your sleep on. Get your sleep fix.
And you know, we live in a culture of we have the 5-hour energy, we have coffee that's super caffeinated, and we sort of celebrate like the movers and shakers, like the athletes or the entrepreneurs that can go and they boast like, hey, I can go on like 3 hours of sleep, and I can work a 21-hour day, and I'm working my ass off, and and I'm all for that. I'm all about getting shit done and moving forward, and you know, building up empires and stuff. But man, the effects of the long-term effects of not sleeping or like sleeping very little for long periods of time, it's bad. Like hypertension, high blood pressure, everything to do with the brain, like onset dementia and Parkinson's. It's bad. It's no bueno.
Yeah, no, it's something it's very easy to fix. Go to sleep.
Except It's hard in that everyone's already over caffeinated, and maybe they take that a little bit too far, so maybe they're a little wired. And the phones and the tablets are the worst.
Oh yeah.
Like you should honestly have them in a separate room. Like go back to the old school alarm, yeah, because everyone has their alarm on their phone, myself included, and so then you keep it by your bed. It's like, oh, I have to have my alarm, but then like 11:30 is like. I wonder. I wonder if the Dodgers won. Zip, 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 zip. And then 3 hours later, YouTube videos of how to create your own macaroni. Oh, cool! So you just cut it? It's like, oh shit! It's 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's something. With the technology as it is, I don't think a lot of studies on it. I'm assuming someday down the road there'll be scientists who are going to say, "Oh, by the way, this is causing like way serious health risks and health."
I think it might be a balance of trying to keep us at a level of intelligence that's palatable. Like, I don't know, maybe it's aliens doing it because now we can access and like all the information in the known world via the internet, but the fact that we're staying up longer and sleeping less, maybe that's a way that we don't retain everything or we forget stuff. So then the aliens are like, all right, let's keep these dummies like still dumb, even though they have access to all this knowledge now.
This is something I could never give up. I like having all the technology we have. I love that we live in this age where we can have conversations and we can look things up so quickly and so easily. It's
What's the longest stretch that you've ever stayed up with no sleeping? Like how many hours?
I think I've done a 24-hour binge once. I think
What were you doing?
Maybe up to 30. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was video game related though. I think. I'm trying to think if it was anything school related. Because I don't think I've ever did the pull the all-nighter to get a project done. I don't know. I feel like I did it at least once. So either like a sleepover at a friend's house or something or whatnot.
Now this
or
is
a bachelor party.
This is purely anecdotal, but I feel like our nation's obesity epidemic is tied in with our lack of sleep epidemic. Because when I don't sleep well, like say if I get like 5 hours of sleep in a night, right? You got the grogginess, but with me, I also have this desire to just like eat bad, just like eat pizza, eat carbs, eat sugar, eat et cetera, like that. And sometimes I give in, sometimes I don't, whatever. And then also it leads into like you're foggy in the head, but you can focus on things that will also preclude you from sleeping. So, like, if I'm tired during the day and I'm not working, I'll just get into YouTube and go down that rabbit hole. Or the Wikipedia rabbit hole is also a thing where you look up one article and then you click on a link and the link. So I'll start up looking at like the Vikings 2002 draft, and then at the end, like an hour later, through the Wikipedia rabbit hole, it'll be on like, oh, forms of medieval torture. Yes, oh, yes, I see the rack. The rack would be bad. What time is it? Shit.
Oh, okay. I like how that's where you end the night.
Yeah.
Usually I'm looking at the rack first, and then I go to, the 2012 draft.
Yeah, but, yeah, so if you're lacking on sleep, which most people are, you eat bad, and then also you focus on activities that will preclude you from more sleep, and then it just, like, cycles through.
Possibly.
I think that's legit.
Maybe. Neat.
No, don't say maybe. Say yes.
Fine, yes.
Yeah, damn straight. All right, let's get on news.
You are fake news. Sir, go ahead. Can you...
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I ain't got time to believe. You can't handle the truth.
The news with Uncle Nick.
All right, Nick, what's in the news today?
Okay, what is the first topic?
This used to be a sports show.
Yeah, this was the non-sports show, I thought.
I
thought this was the the sports show light or whatever.
Yeah, sports adjacent.
Sports adjacent.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, what's in the news?
All right, my first topic from ET Online. Richard Simmons, former pal, says fitness guru has stopped talking to many people. This is the most random news story. I think we may have talked about this once before. People who don't know who Richard Simmons is, he was a big star from like, I think the 80s and 90s. He did the whole sweating to the 60s, he was the health fitness instructor guy, like one of the first popular ones.
Sweating to books on tape.
Who, got people in shape,
I want to dance with somebody. Hi! Hi!
Richard Simmons.
Hi, everybody!
Very early 90s-ish.
Hey, come dance with me! Come dance with me! Come on! And you! Come dance too! Exhale.
Yeah, he was the pioneer of the casual fitness. Like fitness you could do anywhere.
And his big thing was, it was movies. He sold himself out. This, fitness
the video
things.
series.
Yeah. I don't think there's been anything like it. And very unique character. Very flamboyant-y. Something that's not been.
Oh my God! Look at that. He's wearing the white New Balances. He's wearing like the 45-year-old dad shoes. This is amazing. This has to be relatively recently. This is 2008.
The thing about him is, the video says 2008. He looked exactly the same, acted exactly the same thing in the 80s. Like this.
Also, I love Richard Simmons just rocked the Jew fro before it was cool. Anyway, so what's going on with Richard Simmons? He's still partying?
All right, so that's a big thing, and this is the most random news story thing, and I'm sure we talked about it before, but what's caused some crazy buzz right now is that as of 2014, he's kind of fell off the map,
Gone recluse.
And this is just, and I don't know, as I said, it's a very unique situation that's actually spawned one of the most popular podcasts as of late, the Missing Richard Simmons podcast, in which I think the news people there are trying to figure out what happened. Where has he gone? And
so a podcast about Richard Simmons going missing already has better ratings than us. Aye.
But it's not Minnesota-based, I do not think.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So I believe sometime last year he did release a video, or he spoke with it was either ET Online or NBC, in which saying that he was fine. He was just keeping to himself. A lot of people are questioning this. Some are thinking that it's a housekeeper who's maybe keeping him.
Yeah, Mr. Simmons is just so tired.
And this isn't something to take lightly, because something like this did actually happen in real life news a number of years ago with Casey Kasem, very popular.
Yeah.
Remember Casey Kasem?
I'm Casey Kasem, and here's the weekly top 40. I'm Shaggy from Scooby-Doo's Links.
You made me lose my train of thought. So to talk about Casey Kasem, there was a lot of controversy with him.
The afternoon at 1, right here on the radio station you grew up with, Music Radio 138. Oh, fuck. What the hell's going on here? Oh, geez, well, isn't it the last hour? We got another hour to do? Jeez, I thought we were almost finished. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah, Casey Kasem. Sorry, go ahead. This is how most of our conversations go, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention. I just look up YouTube videos.
So what happened was that Casey Kasem, there was issues with his family, like internal struggles with his wife and his children, and
his daughter is super hot.
Yeah, and I think the wife was keeping him away from seeing the children, and it was a very interesting situation, and that's why I think it's haunting to learn of recent years with this Richard Simmons thing that there could be some nefarious back dealings here going on that we don't know about. He claims to be fine, and I completely understand some people. For someone like Richard Simmons, he was so open and out in the world, and then getting up in age, maybe he just wants to take a break and stay to himself. But as I said, this is kind of it does leave to some speculations, and something I think will make the news periodically over the next few years up until maybe until his upcoming death, maybe.
I'm trying to look up Richard Simmons' housekeeper. I think that's her. Like some older lady. Yeah, it's like some straight up older lady. But all right, so Casey Kasem's daughter, smoke show. She looks like a healthy Amy Winehouse. Like Amy Winehouse if she did go to rehab. If she said yes to rehab. All right, that's all. All right, what's next?
All right, next up, some nerdiness here, talking about Game of Thrones. We talked about a little bit earlier. A new trailer came out this past weekend.
Yeah. What season is this, 14?
Season 7. This is a big deal because, as talked about last year, that Game of Thrones is coming to an end.
Good.
It's only going to go to 8 seasons. One season with 8 episodes, one season with 7. So it might be 7 and 6. I'm sorry about that.
Now, is this going to be like most TV shows where they stretch out the final season into 2 parts?
Yes, that's exactly what this is. And
I hate it when Breaking Bad did that.
So
so disingenuous.
The final
Just have 7 seasons.
The final 7th season will begin July 16th.
I know what my father was.
All right,
what
so
he did.
have there been dragons
I
in
know
Game
the
of Thrones yet?
earned his name.
Spoiler, yes, there are dragons.
Kill every Targaryen I get my hands on.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Sir Ilyn, bring me his head.
We are Ironborn. We take what is ours. The Lannisters send their regards.
All right, Nick. All right, so Nick, I have a. Say what you're gonna say, and then I have a game for you.
Okay, all right. Just to finish up with the Game of Thrones thing, with the reason why this news story got a little bit more news than it should have was HBO was trying this funny stunt where they were trying to do a Facebook Live video of them releasing the release date of when the 7th season would premiere, and the stunt was that they had a frozen block of ice and they were going to use like these flamethrowers to melt the ice, and then it would release the date, written in the block of ice. There was so many delays because like the ice block was so thick, and the flame wasn't doing too much at all, that they had to keep cutting in and out of the feed to like loosen up the ice block or whatever to finally awkwardly have a sheet of ice break off and to perfectly show that the premiere date would be July 16th. So I don't know, just like, oh, HBO, you're trying way too hard. Just give us a teaser.
All right, so here's what's gonna happen. Nick, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to explain to me everything I need to know about Game of Thrones, and then I'm gonna cut you off.
Oh my God!
So this is a challenge, yeah. So just explain to me, explain Game of Thrones like you're talking to a 5-year-old who's a little slow, who also doesn't care about Game of Thrones. All right, are you prepared?
I'll do my best.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Game of Thrones is about a group of families who are fighting to take control over the world, over the main continent known as Westeros. Families, royal families who are fighting each other through through witchcraft. Some with large armies are doing backstabbing deals and betraying each other in order to control.
Done. I don't think I learned anything.
That's fine. Whatever.
Now, it is. I want this to be on the last episode. I want like Columbus's ships to like show up, or no, not Columbus, like the Spaniards, like Cortez and shit. Just like show up and just like kick the shit out of everyone. We got muskets, bitch. Oh, you got dragons? Cool. We have smallpox. Everyone's gonna die. I want that to happen. That would be amazing. It's like at the end of what was Mel Gibson's movie about the New World, like the Aztecs?
The
Apocalypso.
Yeah.
At the end of that, like the white people show up.
Just white people show up.
That's kind of funny.
It's funny, the end of season 6, spoiler alert, but like it's about a bunch of people traveling overseas. So, yeah.
Where are they traveling to?
To Westeros, the continent.
Oh, people are traveling to Westeros.
Yes.
Where are they coming from?
There's another. There are 2 continents.
Yeah.
One.
Wait, did we know this the entire time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So a big part of the show was one of the major families that are that want to take over Westeros was stuck on this other continent. They're finally crossing the ocean.
What's the name of the other continent?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Estros, maybe?
Oh, Westeros and Esteros? Come on.
I think.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Game of Thrones people, if I'm totally messing up the continent names.
Wait, no. What's the Game of Thrones writer's name?
George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, screw that guy.
No.
Screw George. What if he dies before the books are over?
The story.
Because he does not look like the healthiest guy ever.
I know. It's constantly joked about. The story is that he's talked to the head writers of the TV show, and he told them how the story is generally going to end. Like he knows how he plans it. So they know in case something happens. But as of right now, there's supposed to be 7 books, and he still hasn't released the 6th book.
How much ass do you think George R.R. Martin has got throughout the years from cosplay chicks?
Oh, I bet a ton of ass.
And dudes, if that's the thing. Honestly, maybe George R.R. Martin actually isn't into this stuff, but maybe he only wrote the books because he has a fetish for nerd boy virgins. Did we ever think of this?
I have never thought of it, and I'm like, what?
It's very possible. All right, what's next?
All right, final story. We once did a podcast all about the Oscars, but we're totally neglecting the 2017 Kid Choice Awards.
Yeah, I remember when these started, and I thought they were kind of cool. They slime people and stuff.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, obviously being adults, I mean, what point of us nowadays to kind of pay attention to it? But I saw a bunch of news articles. I mean, it did happen. I thought we could maybe kill some time and kind of talk about what the Kid Choice Awards are. This was the 30th annual one. Can you believe it? 30 of them? That's insane. And this year the host was John Cena. This took place in University of Southern California campus.
John Cena's good. I like him. Whoopi Goldberg is the only person to have won a Kids' Choice Award along with the EGOT.
Yeah, no, I know. That's like I cannot believe they think of it. But I mean, you have to think of it. When we talked about the Oscars, we talked about how kind of like the movies, the films that are chosen are such adults, many depressing films. I mean, I'll give the the Kids' Choice Awards. I mean, we have fun movies here. I mean, we have the movies that you cheer for and that you pay to see and laugh at. I mean, it's just. But I mean, this isn't just film. This is talking television. I think music's involved too. I mean, there's a lot of. I'm scrolling through their Wikipedia page, and God, there's a lot of random just awards. I think that some producers' kid may have thought of. I mean, the favorite butt kicker, BFFs award,
Nick,
the favorite villain.
I think we have to run through the list of these hosts.
Sure, go ahead.
So 1988, Tony Danza.
Okay.
1989, Nicole Eggert and Will Wheaton.
Oh.
1990, Dave Coulier, Candace Cameron, and David Faustino. That might be the most 90s trio of people who, hey, remember me? Back in the 90s.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, look
at 91, Corin Nemec.
Yeah, I pull up the page with you right now. Parker Can't Lose.
Oh.
But Parker Lewis Can't Lose. That was the big thing that he's from.
92, Paula Abdul. 93, Holly Robinson, Tori Spelling, Brian Austin Green. 94, Joey Lawrence. 95, 95, Whitney Houston and Rick Adams. Sure. 96, Whitney Houston, Rosie O'Donnell. And then 97 through 99 was the year of the Rosie. The Rosie O'Donnell. Holy shit. Rosie O'Donnell hosted for 7 years in a row.
God, you have to remember the 90s. She had her own a very successful talk show. I mean, she was a big thing. She wasn't causing...
In 2004, Cameron Diaz, Mike Myers. Were they in a movie together?
They did... they were Shrek and Fiona.
Oh, Duh, I'm an idiot. 2005, Ben Stiller, and then I'm just going to run through these. Jack Black, Justin Timberlake, Jack Black, Dwayne Johnson, Kevin James, Jack Black, Will Smith, Josh Duhamel, Mark Wahlberg, Nick Jonas, Blake Shelton, and John Cena.
Blake Shelton.
Just got really random there at the end.
Who's around? No one's answering their phone.
Who connects very well with the teenage demographic around the world? Oh, yeah, Josh Duhamel and Blake Shelton.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing. Okay, so this show, let's see, I think it was recorded, I'm assuming, I don't know if it was shot live, because sometimes they record a day early before actually viewing it, surprisingly enough, so I'm not seeing if this was actually airing at the exact same time. Let's see here. Some of the presenters, Gwen Stefani, Demi Lovato, Big Sean, Chris Pratt, Zoe Sandelia, something called DJ Cahild. I think he's kind of a big deal.
DJ Khaled?
Sure, what'd I say?
DJ
I have no idea. I don't listen to that.
DJ Khaled! We the best! I actually don't know what DJ Khaled does, which makes that he's such a big deal more impressive.
Right? That's insane.
No, and he's awesome. He's a big dude who just wears tracksuits all the time. He's a friggin' boss. I love DJ Khaled.
See, something called Nat Wolf, Maddie Ziegler, Gal Gadot, and Chris Pine. Ooh, preview of Wonder Woman. John Stamos was there, Miranda Cosgrove, and the cast of the new Power Rangers movie were all in attendance.
John Stamos, you lost your wife to the fat kid from Stand By Me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I love that people get slimed. Love that still thing.
Yep. And
also, I love that open bar at the Kids' Choice Awards. Very empty. Get a drink right away.
Do you think, much like the nominees of the Oscars, do you think they get famous, expensive gift bags here?
I'm sure they do, except it's probably stupid stuff. Like, they get a pair of British Knights. You remember those?
British Knights.
Sponsored every Nickelodeon show. British Knights and a 2-night, 3-day, 2-night stay at Universal Studios, Florida.
Yeah, so want me to go through some of the winners quick?
Yeah.
Not to bore you guys too much. Favorite movie? Okay, we'll argue about this later. Ghostbusters won favorite movie?
Of course it did. Because kids are stupid.
I have not seen it, so we'll save an argument for another day. Favorite movie actor? Chris Hemsworth.
In what? Thor?
Oh my God, for Ghostbusters.
Oh my God.
Favorite movie actress? Melissa McCarthy. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters won everything. This is insane.
The 2017 Kids' Choice Award, sponsored by Ghostbusters.
Favorite animated film? Ghostbusters. No, I'm kidding. Surprisingly, even with surprising cast of Zootopia, Trolls, Moana, Finding Dory won.
Hey.
Favorite voice from an animated film? Ellen DeGeneres. There's a category, favorite villain? Kevin Hart. Secret Life of Pets. That's funny. I mean, listen, I am not making these categories up. Favorite butt kicker? Chris Evans for Civil War. BFF, Best Friends Forever award, Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, and Central Intelligence.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
Favorite frenemies? Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman for Zootopia, and Most Wanted Pet, Kevin Hart's character Snowball for Secret Life of Pets. I mean, there you go. Last one, hashtag squad is a category for Finding Dory. I don't know what this group.
Because that's who I want in my squad is Albert Brooks and Ed O'Neill and Eugene Levy.
Yeah. And Kids' Choice has television, has music too. I won't go through those at all. But I mean, yeah, as I said, fun favorites. I think I'm trying to find the rules of Kids' Choice. I'm assuming this is all picked by people online. I'm assuming you could go on the website and maybe vote. So, it's not like an Academy Awards where you have a bunch of, uppity, people that, may have seen the awards, who may not have been paid off. Hopefully this is something where it is, up to us viewers to, cast our votes, cast our opinions,
It's finally our time at the Kids' Choice Awards.
You get that golden, that orange blimp. I mean, as a '90s kid, I mean, this Nickelodeon was the shit. It was our thing.
This is the best song, or favorite song, and favorite music group.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think she's my favorite one, the Fifth Harmony.
Is she the one who left? There's only 4 now.
I don't know.
There are 4 Harmony now.
She's definitely thick like a milkshake, though. Yeah. Whatever. I'm sick of this song.
I don't think they should be working construction. They're not even wearing their hard hats.
That is not OSHA approved.
Fifth Harmony. Work from Home. That's the name of the song? Oh, my God.
All right. That's the news.
The news with Uncle Nick.
From the entire Channel 4 News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego.
What you got going on the rest of the week, Nick?
St. Patty's Day weekend. I'm pretty looking forward to that.
Yeah, because you're, a quarter Irish?
I'm a quarter Irish, yes. Hey, that's enough. It works.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, all the social justice warriors talk about it's cultural appropriation. Like how you couldn't have the Maui outfit from Moana on Halloween because that's cultural appropriation. But every march is like, "Tura lura lura, kiss me, I'm Irish," and everyone listens to Dropkick Murphys for a week. Yeah,
I have not gotten into them. I should.
They're good for a week.
Okay.
Yeah. If you enjoy the show, tell a friend, spread the word, add to the Jerome Army, and thanks, Producer Allie Jerome Jorgensen, for making me not sound so stupid today. But for Nick, I'm Andy, saying Annyeong, sayonara, and bye-bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bold with Andy Carlson, Minnesota's 87th best daily podcast. Download the show on iTunes. Everyone's middle name is Jerome.